Polling partners Java Chapman and Kamel King with Visit Mississippi, and we're your number one on-air source covering the people, places, and events that make our state great today. We're celebrating Black Music Month with a special guest host for the entire show, the GOAT, Mr. Bobby Rush, and special guest James Super Chikan Johnson. We'll shoot the breeze over Bobby's upcoming Macomb pre-4th of July Blues concert, June 29th, and Super Chikan's A Life in the Blues June film screenings and performances. We're also commemorating the upcoming holiday with a stop at Juneteenth, a Travel in Time Spring Fling, June 15th at the Concord Quarters in Natchez. And of course, we'll also check out what's happening around your neck of the woods. Stay tuned, buckle up, and hold on tight for your next stop, Mississippi.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. The U.S. Supreme Court has struck down a federal ban on the gun parts called bump stocks. The device allows a shooter to fire a semi-automatic gun far more rapidly, imitating a machine gun. The Supreme Court ruled 6-3. The federal government went too far in banning these. Forecasters say southern Florida will get another day of significant rain. Some parts of the region have gotten about 2 feet of rain since Tuesday. At one point, the Gulf Coast city of Sarasota got 4 inches of rain in a single hour. Meteorologist William Churchill is with the U.S. Weather Prediction Center. He says Florida is finally going to get a break.
We're winding down there. Finally glad to be able to say that. But we do have one more day today that's a little bit at risk, particularly for the Florida Keys, where they could get another 2 to 3 inches of rain today.
The rain and flooding have been so bad, 5 Florida counties are in states of emergency. A federal bankruptcy judge is expected to order conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to liquidate his personal assets. That includes ownership in his media company, Free Speech Systems, or FSS. It's part of the defamation case Jones lost to Sandy Hook families. Jones lied about the 2012 school shooting, falsely claiming it never happened. NPR's Tovia Smith reports Jones has been ordered to pay nearly $1.5 billion in damages.
Jones could lose everything from his personal gun collection to his social media account on X and his company. A court-appointed trustee for FSS says the company should also be liquidated under Chapter 7. She called Jones's behavior on recent broadcasts much more erratic and unhinged than usual, and increasingly poisonous as he's even promoted new Sandy Hook conspiracies. It's all diminishing the value of Jones' estate, she says, and any eventual payout for families. Even in a best-case scenario, the families will collect only a tiny fraction of what Jones owes them, and some families are disappointed that nothing would stop Jones from continuing to spread bogus conspiracies through a new company. Tovia Smith, NPR News.
The UN's nuclear watchdog says there is evidence Iran is expanding its nuclear program. NPR's Peter Kenyon has more on what the International Atomic Energy Agency is saying.
The IAEA said its nuclear inspectors had verified that Iran was feeding uranium into 3 cascades of advanced centrifuges at its Natanz nuclear facility. Cascades are groups of centrifuges used to speed up the enrichment process. The agency also says Iran plans to install new cascades at its Fordo nuclear site. There was no immediate confirmation from Tehran, but Iran did threaten to take action in response to the Board of Governors censuring Iran for failing to cooperate with the agency. The State Department says Iran's move has no credible peaceful purpose. Peter Kenyon, NPR News, Istanbul.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down about 190 points. This is NPR. The U.S. Catholic Conference of Bishops has approved new guidelines for ministering to Indigenous people who are Catholic. The statement comes as details have surfaced about the past treatment of Native American children at Catholic-run boarding schools. The document today offers an apology for failing to care well for Indigenous Catholics. The latest message from former President Donald Trump to the business community is that he would cut the corporate tax rate again if elected. The remarks come as the Biden re-election campaign also tries to sway corporate America. NPR's Kristen Wright has more.
Former President Trump reportedly said he'd cut the corporate tax rate from 21 to 20%, continuing reductions he made as president. He's said to have made the remarks during a private meeting with prominent CEOs in Washington Thursday. Axios political reporter Hans Nichols says it appears corporate America is responding to outreach by the Trump and Biden campaigns.
A lot of these CEOs who were denouncing Donald Trump after January 6th are taking meetings with him. Our top executives donating to either the Trump or the Biden campaign. And you're seeing some Wall Street executives that were pretty critical of Trump, starting to donate him and support him financially.
President Biden's chief of staff, Jeffrey Zients, also met with the Business Roundtable separately, reportedly telling them the president is focused on global alliances. Kristen Wright, NPR News, Washington.
The Muslim pilgrimage known as the Hajj is getting underway. Some 2 million Muslims from around the world are in Saudi Arabia. The Hajj is seen as a chance to wipe away past sins. It is marked with a celebration known as Eid al-Adha. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include Fisher Investments. Fisher is committed to helping clients stay on track to reach their financial goals and enjoy a comfortable retirement. FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is MPB Think Radio, Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
I was laying down one night, I was listening to the radio. This song came on, talking about 1 month that don't stop no show. When I heard this song, y'all, it sound like me. 1 woman won't do, Said got to have 3. 1 woman to pick him up, 1 woman laying down, 1 woman to fix the food.
That's right. How many you need? You got to count them out.
Tree. He said at least 3.
You got to count them out.
1 to lay down.
Right.
1 to cook your food.
Right. I don't know what else. 1 to make you feel good.
Yeah. If 3 is the same thing as thrice.
3? Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Thrice.
Yes, sir.
Tres. That's the Spanish version. Trey. That's the Spanish version.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome back to Next Stop, Mississippi. Before we hit the road, let me welcome some awesome traveling partners in the studio with me to kick all of this off today. We are celebrating Black Music Month. We are celebrating Juneteenth. And in with us right now, of course, you already know, Java Chapman on the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and 7s because there's a lot of buttons back there. Hey, Jav.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here.
Right. Oh, he's in the back of us.
Yeah, he's in the back of us.
Always, I got your back, man. I got your back.
Man.
Sneak up on ya.
Hey, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy to have him.
You're the backdoor man.
He is.
Yeah.
Back window.
I wrote a song about him. You know.
What is he? What does the backdoor man do?
Oh, God.
I don't know. Does he at least help around the house after he come in the door?
Backdoor man do.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
No, he don't do no cleaning up. What are you talking about?
Well,
he clean it up. Oh, he clean it up.
He clean it out, too.
Right. Cleaning up and cleaning out.
This is going to be my favorite episode. I can tell already.
Exactly.
Also in the building with us, none other than the Visit Mississippi man himself. It's Kamel King. Bring. Kamel is back in the building.
Yes.
We are happy to have you.
Yes.
It's been a little bit of time, but you're back.
I missed y'all.
And it's just like we pick up like nothing's ever, left us.
It seems like forever, though.
Yeah, it does seem like forever. It was forever.
It was. Back from Chicago Blues Festival.
I know it.
Full of Chicago.
Full of it.
And full of Chicago.
Full of Italian beefs and Giordano's pizza and
Jutan hot dog.
Exactly. All of that.
Yeah. Well, you're back from there. We are back from Elvis Tupelo Fest last week.
Yes.
So we were all kind of on the road and out and about.
Exactly.
So I'm glad to have you back.
Glad to be back.
In the building as well with us. Let me go ahead first. Let me talk about Taiwo Gaynor.
The executive.
Heavy hitter.
He is heavy hitter for the television department here at Mississippi Public Broadcasting. He is in this segment with us as well, and I'm glad to have him. And Taiwo, just side note, this is your 1-year anniversary from the last time you came on the show.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, been a year.
I'm an almanac for Next Stop Mississippi.
And you just 2 or 3 steps from here.
And he never comes back here.
Well, I don't often get invited. This is the elite side of the building, and I'm usually down in the basement in the TV side, but sometimes I get invited to radio where all the cool kids are.
Yeah, and then I loved having him here with all of us.
Well, I can understand why you haven't invited him. When I look at him, when I look at King, and look at both of them, you look so much better than the guys, and I can understand.
Thank you, Mr. Rush. Thank
well,
you,
I'm not
sir.
talking about she looks so much better.
She
than
does,
you guys.
doesn't she?
She looks better than all three of us.
Wait. Now that's a low blow.
That is a low blow.
I was trying to stay out of the picture.
That's a low blow. But I thank all three of y'all
Yes.
for letting me look great amongst you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, in the building with us, drum roll, Kamel. All right, so we've got none other than the GOAT himself.
Yes.
He is legendary here in the state.
Oh, man.
When you say Mississippi Blues, if you don't say his name,
Oh, man.
you were born yesterday.
Yeah. You are,
Really, what
you
you
are
talking
officially
about?
1 year old.
What you
One
talking
day
about?
old.
Yeah.
1 day old.
Yes.
You're officially 1 day old. But
Yes.
Not even sucking the bottle yet.
Right. You
So young.
Right. But in the building, celebrating Black Music Appreciation Month with us and celebrating the Juneteenth holiday with us and just celebrating being on this side of earth with us,
Yeah.
just on this side of life, is none other than our special guest host for the entire show, the legendary
Grammy Award winning. Multiple Grammy Award winning.
Yes. Actor.
Documentarist.
What else?
Crazy man and all of that.
Official blues man
Right.
from the beginning, the real deal.
Okay. I'm waiting on you.
Oh, no, I'm
The
stop.
number
I'm
one
stop.
party starter, Mr. Bobby Ryan.
Thank you. Let me start by saying thank you all for inviting me here. This is a great day. I'm awful happy to get up this morning, be able to come here on this day. We're talking about blackness now, talking about Black History Month, a music month. I'm happy about that, but I'm also sad about the days they give us Black History Month, 1 month, and I've been black for 90 years. And we talking, and then we talking about February. You know, June and February. It's whittling it down. How many more months we got out of the year that we should have a part of?
Right.
I think it's 10.
Right.
And we're going to find a way to get that, find a way to get that. But nevertheless, I'm here to talk about some good things,
Yes,
not so
indeed.
much of the bad thing, because so many things have changed. But
Right.
God knows so many things remain the same.
Right. And talking about African American Music Appreciation Month, it was established in '79 by President Jimmy Carter, and it celebrates the African American musical influence that comprise an essential part of our nation's treasured cultural heritage. And if that doesn't encompass you,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And so I just thank you so much for being a part of what we've come up listening to.
Yes.
You know, from the time we were little. And that's definitely part of our treasured cultural heritage. So I just thank you so very much.
Well,
and what
thank
you've
you.
done for the state.
Well, thank you, and thank you, Mom and Dad. They probably, you got here probably because they were listening to my music.
That's right. And that's the truth.
You're right.
And
You're
I
right.
got to say, Mr. Rush, another part of Black history, not only your music, your legacy, and you as a star power and as a person, as a businessman. You know, the things that you've taught me along the way, the things that I've seen you do when it was not popular, when African American musicians and artists were not thinking for themselves and able to understand and have the education to maneuver in business the way that you started a long time ago. When you were doing it when you would get shut out by handling business the way that you did. I want you to talk about that. You becoming an astute businessman in music.
Well, it come accidentally because I didn't know what I was doing, but I know as a biblical study and a believer, I'm a blues singer, but a biblical study. Not a religion nut, it's a biblical study. And I know that the devil do a pretty good job of what he's doing. But I know that when God deliver you, we shouldn't be surprised. It's in the word he said he would. God made it possible for me to live this long and mark my wheel. My life is like a wheel. You put a mark on it and you roll it down a hill.
Wow.
And your mark will come back to you if you're blessed.
That's right.
A lot of people mark don't come back to you. My mark came back to me. I've been in my valleys a lot of time, but something or somebody come along lift me up every time. On a personal note, your father, my friend.
My man.
Then all of a sudden, look like it's all of a sudden, a few years later, you this attorney now in music business and wrap your arms around me. I never said this to your face. You know what that means to me, just to come in and say, hey, I'm here with you. I'll follow you.
Wow.
Any information you want.
Wow.
You know, I just, you're my attorney now.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you.
And it's come from a friendship standpoint.
Yes, sir.
Not the money issue, it's the friendship
sir.
standpoint.
Yes, indeed.
And you're always looking out for my back for a lot of different directions. So I'm saying that because that's what keep me going. Because I'm still learning, I'm still enthused,
Yes,
I still have hope. Because I know a man or woman, if you make a mistake, you can correct yourself if you know you're making a mistake.
Right.
What the Bible teaching me when a man make a mistake and don't know it, that's the problem.
Yes.
Because it teaching me that a man to do wrong so long, he'll think he right.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know where I was going, didn't know what I was going to do. Even today, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. But I know as a biblical study and a blues singer,
yes,
I was reading a little something about the Lord's Supper, whoever it's going to be. Someone said, well, go down to the Falkner Road, you see a man with a jug, follow him. And when you get to the upper room, there's a man will come up from the upper room and take you to the upper room. So that tell me the man was carrying a jug, didn't know where he was going. So I was walking along, and my pretty host calls me and said, where are you? I said, I'm at the door. Come on in. Didn't know what I'm going to talk about. Didn't know what I'm doing. I was carrying the jug.
Yeah, right.
And didn't know what we're going to talk about on Black History Month, but I can talk about that a long time. You know why? Because I'm a black man.
That's right. That's right.
I can talk about black music because I've been playing black music for 73 years.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
this is my 429 records. Wow. I've been up for a Grammy 7 times.
Come on.
Won 3. Wow. I've been up for a Blues Award 41 times and won 19 of those.
God.
Wow.
So I'm, and that's how I got here.
That's right. Ooh. That's right.
That's how I got here.
You got a whole room, a whole garage dedicated to awards.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But I mean, he's on, what are we on, number 3? The Grammy number 3?
It's already have it.
Yeah.
This record just been number 3. Now I'm working on the next one now.
That's right.
I'm going to write on my domain behind me, the bike domain.
He talking about you, Java.
My domain, who got my back?
Right, he got your back. He's back there, and he's got your back. I want to talk a little bit about, Taiwo. I want to fold you in. You had kind of set all of this up into play, especially when it comes into folding in Bobby, helping fold him into the agency. I mean, this is definitely some of you helping out that. But when it comes down to his publishing rights and outliving all his contracts, we had to talk about that today. And I want to know, one, how did you figure it out? Did Bobby tell you, or do you just keep up on him like a fan?
Yeah, we went to lunch. We went to Maxine's out there off of Lynch Street, and Bobby was like, man, I outlived all my contracts. All of my rights have been, reverted back to me. And I'm like, I mean, that's just, first of all, Bobby Rush, the man, is a miracle in itself.
Yeah.
We've been working on this documentary for the last 2 years. We stopped calling it a documentary. It's
it's the documentary again, but it's beautiful. I got to see a sneak peek.
It's a straight
Are
up
you
movie.
serious?
Yeah, Taiwo showed me.
Thanks, Taiwo.
You haven't seen it, Camille? I've seen a sneak peek.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I've seen a sneak peek too.
You've been out of town, man. You've been in Chicago. You've been all over the place.
Got a lot to do.
You've been behind.
It's been a backdoor man. But yeah.
But I just want to tip in for a minute because some of the things that I wanted to talk about, I needed to talk about. I didn't know how to approach them. But Taiwo was the one who always was there to let me know right or wrong. Let me tell you how cunning he is.
He is cunning.
Yeah.
Does he talk fast?
Well, no, he don't talk fast, but
that's that New York.
Real New Yorkish,
He is.
But and the thing that I shouldn't do or should not do, he always, I watch him. He don't say don't do it. He kind of drag his heel about me doing it. That means it's something I shouldn't do. And I watch him, watches his footstep. you know, because I don't know where to go with this. He looking behind the camera, know how it look, and he'll tell you this. And I never said, hey, how that look? If Tyrone said, well, hey man, that's great, I trusted him with that.
Right.
You can bet you it'll look great if he said great.
I know.
But if he walk away, let's get another one. That means that
it wasn't good.
One more.
Yeah, one more. That means he ain't got what he wants.
Right.
And I don't question that, you know.
Right.
I said to myself, oh man, I messed up with that one. What should I do now? He said, I keep walking. Finally, he said, that's it. When he said that, I'm good. I won't say let's look at it because I know he got something that he's looking at to was suit his purpose.
That's right.
What was interesting about this is we didn't have really a blue. I mean, we knew Bobby Rush. I've known Bobby Rush for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And you know, I know like the Bobbyisms. I've heard a lot of the stories, but we also had to go approach this in a way where we had to understand like there's a lot that we don't know about Bobby Rush.
Yeah.
Not the entertainer, but Bobby Rush, the man.
Yes.
And so we had to like take our time. We had to like, you know, kind of understand what he was saying because Bobby talks in
parables.
Parables.
Yes.
And so like
yes.
one sentence can mean multiple things.
Yes, it can. Yep.
And so we had to kind of like we had to adapt a new language and understand what Bobby was telling. He was teaching us while we were going through this process.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it was authentic. It wasn't forced. There was no scripting.
Yeah.
That's right.
We shot it pretty much reality style. We just followed him around.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Mr. Rush, Taiwo and I have only fought maybe only on two things. And one of them is who loves you the most?
Now you sound like your dad.
How long does this fight go on for?
All the time.
Oh. Come out into the yard.
Right.
Come out like I've been knowing him since I was this big.
This little.
But it's good. It's good to be loved, and I try to do. I haven't did everything just right in my life that I love to do. Some things that I didn't make the right decision on, but then again, I don't worry about those decisions because I made the best decision at that moment that I knew how to make, and I'm satisfied with my outcome of it.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Rush.
Yes.
At this point in your career and in your life, you know, people have always seen you as an entertainer, a storyteller, the flashy suits, the women, all of the shows. What made you at this point say, I'm going to go ahead, because of course you have a book out too.
Right.
And what at this point said, I'm going to go ahead and give the public a peek behind the curtain? Because I remember one time you were here and you had your arm around me and we were talking, you said, you know, King, you know, when you read my book, you'll find out Bobby Rush wasn't always a good man.
That's right.
And that was deep because people don't know behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it wasn't nothing that I wanted to tell that I thought people want to know or should know. I just want to be truthful to the people who read the book about me. And I didn't want them to go away saying, Bobby Rush, you trying to be this, you trying to be that, or put yourself on a pedestal. I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to let people know that all this trouble, all the ups and downs that I went through, I fell and I did wrong, and I got up and dust myself off and start over again.
That's right.
If I can do that, you can too.
That's right.
That's right.
Now, Mr. Rush, if I could jump in, backdoor man back here.
Come on back.
Your new nickname, sir.
He slipped right in just like a backdoor man, too.
I know we've been talking about your longevity and, you know, getting the love that you deserve, but I want to talk about how you share that love with the newer generation. Like, I have a song here, Get On Down with Meezy, a.k.a. Lil Ma, that you did a little while ago.
Yes.
And, you know,
shout out to Meezy.
And, you've been here on Third Coast Radio as a guest, which kind of, you know, speaks to the up-and-coming artists in the area. So just speak to embracing the newer generation of entertainers, even people outside of the blues genre, you know, rappers and singers, and just, you know, being open to speak to the up-and-comers.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about passing the torch down to someone else. And because my life now, it's not about me. It's about someone else who looking in on my life. Hopefully, excuse me, that it will take them to another level in their life of what they're doing. But I tell young people what you got to do is be good at what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Now, everybody don't like Bobby Rush, but if you come to see a Bobby Rush show or hear my music, I try to get the best product, best production. When I'm on the show, it's entertainment business, not singing business or playing business. I try to entertain you. Mm-hmm. If I do that and do it well, all you can say, well, I don't like Bobby Rush. Man, it'd be good. Mm-hmm. That's all what matters. And I tell people that's all what matters. And try to write in a way and hold your publishing. But there's a time and a place for everything. Yeah. But some things, some place in life, all or nothing is nothing. Mm-hmm. Then sometimes you have to give up something to get something. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, you know, over the years now, you've given up a lot when it comes down to your talent, when it comes down to your philanthropy across the state. You've done that as well. And what ended up happening recently is somebody gave back to you.
Yes.
And I want Taiwo to kind of set that up because MPB was there to film it. And this was for the Bobby Rush street renaming ceremony. Let everybody know about that, Taiwo.
Yeah, so this was a couple weeks ago. Yeah. The city of Jackson honored Bobby Rush by renaming Ellis Avenue to Bobby Rush Boulevard.
Yes.
And this has kind of been a long time coming because, this was supposed to really happen like 2 years ago. Yeah. And we actually we designed a whole concert around that. And so we were there to capture footage of this honoring for Bobby Rush. And it was just really great to just see this man who I have a tremendous amount of respect for, get those flowers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we cut together a little quick video just so we could kind of show the public and honor you as well. Just kind of recap what happened that day. So.
Right. So this all happened May 29th. The city of Jackson held the ceremony. It's a stretch along Ellis Avenue that's now renamed, I'm going to call it BRB. That's Bobby Rush Boulevard.
I hadn't thought about that.
It's the BRB Street. Yeah. Mayor Chokwe Lumumba and members of the city council, musicians, and local residents all attended, including MPB's own TV department. And they acknowledged your impact on the city and the state, citing all of your awards and your influence on the blues genre here in the state. And we've got a clip of that, right, that we can let everybody listen to, right? So we want to go ahead and hit everybody with that clip. Here's a little bit of that street renaming ceremony filmed by our very own Mississippi Public Broadcasting Television Department.
There are a lot of people that we could choose to name a street after, and everyone in the community would not be celebrating that naming. You cannot change history, but you can determine who and what you deem as honorable. Now, when I ride through this community, we have the benefit of riding on Bobby Rush Boulevard. Give that a round of applause.
And when I say Bobby Rush has done so much for Jackson, Mississippi, and the state of Mississippi, that's not a small thing. And what we're doing today is very monumental. He's a 3-time Grammy Award winner. The highest award that anyone can receive in the music industry. And that means something. That said something not just to us here in Jackson, it said something to people all over the world. And when I talk about the things, like I said, I know that I've seen him do in this community. It just makes me feel good to see the city honor him today while he's still here.
Honor this. This is the greatest thing that ever happened to no man. To be honored like this, I'm asking you now to help me to spread the news, to keep Bobby Rush Boulevard clean and safe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. That was powerful.
Nice.
That was powerful, Bob. That was powerful. Great. I love that. I love everything that you have been given to us and what we were able to give back to you. And when I drive down that street, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
gonna stop right there. Wherever
Hold up traffic. Cut sideways in traffic and just stop.
Watch me holler. I'm be like, you not know where I'm standing?
BRB.
Stop. And that ain't meaning be right back. That means Bobby Rush Boulevard.
Wow. How did that feel, Mr. Rush?
It felt good. It wasn't so much about the street itself. It's just the honor that people thought enough of me to do that. And where I come from, as a man, as a blues singer, as a black man, I never thought that I would see when Obama got in, I thought that was the top of the line in my life that I would see.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the street was named after me, that was the top of the line in my life. I thought that was the end of it. Now I can tell you now that there going to be others come along.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be greater than I recognize and do more than I ever could do.
Mm-hmm.
And I take my hats off because the young people is the one who coming along is going to make this happen. And I urge the people who's in my shoes, and especially the blues singers, because the blues is a root, a mother of all the music.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like the blues, you probably don't like your mama.
Well, I'm so glad I love the blues. I am so glad. I was listening to Bobby's songs on repeat last night. That shows you how much I love my mother.
You know, one big reason why you so deserve your own street is because, see, you have something that I'm always in awe of people who have achieved, traveled, and done things like you have.
That's awesome.
You never have changed. You are approachable. You could be, you know, and Taiwan and I talk about this all the time. You could be walking around with 3 big old security guards when nobody could touch you. You could have your head in the air. People from all walks of life have always been able to touch you. How have you been able to maintain that with all of your success and all of the people who want pieces of you? You've been accessible.
I don't think the thing that I accumulated in my life came from people itself. God allowed me to be here and for people to give it to me through people. And I understand that everything that I have in my life is not just for me. I must pass it down to someone else in some fashion or another. The best way I know how to do it. And I'm trying to teach young people to love the blues, sing the blues, and whatever you're doing, it don't have to be the blues.
Right.
Because the rappers listen to Bobby Rush.
They sure do.
And if it wasn't for
you're an original rapper.
That's right. And listen, what he's going to do is we're going to go to break and he's going to come back and he's going to rap to me.
Oh, yeah, that to you.
What a treat.
Any day now.
Listen, we're taking a break. When we come back, we got Bobby's rap to me, and we've also got what's happening around your neck of the woods. You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio.
That's the way you spell Chicago. Knife and a fork and a plate of green. That's the way you spell New Orleans. Hey, little girl, and the tight sweater. Hey, baby, sure looking mellow. The girl over there with the hot pants on, turn her loose, Jane Brown, let her turn me on. 'Cause me and you, baby, go hand in hand.
At Mississippi Public Broadcasting, we tell local stories that matter. Educational and entertaining television, radio, news, and podcasts. We have something for everyone. So tune in and enjoy all we have to offer. Every day, MPB. Your stories, our mission.
I'm Peter O'Dowd. There is a pocket of grassland in Kansas that still looks like it did hundreds of years ago when bison roamed freely across the land.
A lot of the early written accounts talk about this ocean of grass. Like the only metaphor that compared was the ocean and those endless waves.
A visit to the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve next time on Here and Now.
Today at noon on MPB Think Radio.
Is Friday your favorite day of the work week? We're pretty proud of our Friday MPB local shows. Southern Remedy for Women is for women and the people who love them. Coming up next after Next Stop, Mississippi. Listen live online, over the air, or on your smart speaker to MPB Think Radio. MPBOnline.org/radio is the web address. Our app is the MPB Public Media app.
The 10-Minute Time Out is a mini podcast that brings Mississippi sports stories to life. Join me, Lacey Alexander, as I learn more about the teams, athletes, staff, and programs that make our state proud. One-on-one interviews with influential playmakers paint a clear picture for listeners of how Mississippi sports inspire and energize our community. New episodes released every other Friday on your favorite podcasting app.
This is MPB Think Radio, Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
You see, hippity, hippity, hippity hop, up I go to the treetop. Get on down, get on down, get on down. Whirling, 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 round and round. Get on down, get on down, get on down. Come on, baby, let's get down. Get on down, get on down, get on down. Down, down, down. Get on down, get on down, get on down. Down, down, get on down, get on down.
Get on down. That's what we're doing. We're getting down. Right here on Next Stop, Mississippi.
That's fun.
Welcome back. You're listening to Next Stop, Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. I'm Jermaine Flood, in with my traveling partners, Java Chapman, Kamel King, and our special guest host for the entire show, the legendary Bobby Rush. Woo!
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I thank you for coming on. Okay, yeah. Bobby, this is what we call our What's Happening segment, so you're going to be in on this with us.
Yes.
We talk about what's happening around everybody's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And this time, it's our neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
We're talking about Mississippi now, right?
We are.
That's
We're
right.
talking a little bit about Mississippi, a little bit about the Black Music Month and things like that, Juneteenth. So kicking it off, NPR Music is celebrating Black Music Month. And if you happen to watch Tiny Desk concerts on a regular, like I do, Java, don't you?
Let me tell you, I know what you're going to set it up and tell it right. Know. But this Black Music Month thing, Bobby Carter, Jackson State University alum, I got to keep saying it out there. D, I love. They set this Black Music Month up like none other.
They did.
And they celebrating the women. It's the Kiara Sheard just dropped a couple of days ago. Shaka Khan is out there. Man, it's phenomenal.
Okay, now I get to go. So yeah, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
I watched this Tiny Desk over and over again. This is so top tier. When Shaka looks like she did when she was on Soul Train, Shaka.
Wow.
She shocked you.
She is pristine. And her voice is pristine. And it's just the best concert on Tiny Desk that I've ever seen.
And how she didn't even have to sing Sweet Thing. She literally turned the microphone around.
But let me tell you, I think the crowd must have got in trouble because somebody reached over and pushed that microphone back towards her. If you watch, after they sung a little bit, somebody gets up and goes, scoot, and they scooted it right back on her. But yeah, she's there. SWV, Kiara Sheard, Flo Millie, Tim's.
Wow.
They've got Tierra Whack. That's another one of my top tiers. Tierra Whack, she is new, but she is definitely innovative, and she is music through and through. Brittany Spencer, and more. I'm talking about this series. If you've never seen Tiny Desk concerts, this is the one to watch. You can go on, wherever you stream your videos at and look for NPR Black Music Month Tiny Desk. And all of that will pop up. All right? Okay, so next, what you got, Bobby?
So add to that, Shaka Khan and my daughter, oldest daughter, graduated together.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
They went to school together for 4 or 5 years. They graduated together.
What?
Yeah.
That's always a small world.
Wow.
I know it. I know it. And James Brown is Kamel's godfather.
Oh, that bad. No wonder he's been telling me. I feel good.
I say that, but no. Lee did work for him, but I don't think they named him his godfather. But I say that all the time. Okay, so here's what else is happening around your neck of the woods. Now, Mr. Rush, I put you a little gift together down there. And inside of that gift, it includes our newest Fine Tuning for the month. That's our magazine.
I saw it.
Fine Tuning magazine tells you everything that's going down at MPB. For those who don't get the Fine Tuning magazine, make sure you do, because this is definitely a magazine that you want. But on the cover of this magazine, Mr. Rush, is two people.
Oh, who are those?
Wow.
Who is that ugly boy?
Yeah, me, I want to know too.
Look, it's two people. It's the two people you sitting in front of right there.
Let me tell you, this is, I'm sorry, I didn't see him.
Right.
but this is great. This is great.
That is great.
We laugh and joke about it, but you guys both have been beautiful friends to me and beautiful in life, and you have a great fan base, and keep doing what you're doing, baby.
That's right.
Yes.
You're doing it right.
That's right. And so I've been so excited about this cover, my first magazine cover ever. I mean, I've got the draft. I've got the first copy off the mark. I got so crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
I had to do something else.
Oh, why did you stand up?
Because I got something to show you.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Y'all ready?
Is this Brent? Wait a minute.
Look at that. You are a nut.
I have got the poster size.
Oh, man. Look at that.
Of this.
Oh. You going to hang it up in your office?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
It's office artwork.
Yes, it is. Look at that.
This is our poster size of the Fine Tuning. I've been told if you would like a poster, they will make you one as well.
I would love one.
I don't know where you're going to put it in the garage or something. But yeah, so this is our poster. So I'm super proud, and I wanted you to be able to see it. And I wanted everybody to be able to see it. And of course, I wanted it bigger than this. And now I've got it bigger than this.
That is awesome.
So thank you to Joni Dunbar. She is our graphic designer here.
Joni.
All the way from designing the cover to slapping this on a poster for me.
That is nice.
She does it all back there.
Oh,
so
that's great.
I just thank her so much for that. But yeah, that is what's happening around your neck of the woods. Jermaine has got a poster size version of the Fine Tuning. And what else is happening around your neck of the woods is some great Juneteenth events coming up. So we've got Juneteenth, a Travel in Time. That's Saturday, June 15th, 10 a.m. at Concord Quarters in Natchez, Mississippi. This is the city's only African-American bed and breakfast, and families are invited for a morning of activities, storytelling, games, arts and crafts, snacks, and a whole lot of fun. The event will dive into the history of Juneteenth in a fun and engaging way for children of all ages. Children under 5 must be accompanied by adult. Do not drop them babies off at this event.
No drop-off service.
No drop-off service. They will, talk to your children, but they're not going to keep your kids. Activities include storytelling, trivia, word games, arts and crafts, sack racing, cornhole, musical chairs, and more. Free admission with snacks provided. That is going to be going down in Natchez, Mississippi, Juneteenth.
Sack racing. I'd have to go down there.
Yeah.
Who's in the sack with you?
I don't.
I'm trying to. That's probably something I want to do.
See, you are my spirit animal.
That's right.
And that's why I love Bobby.
Yeah, Rush.
I'm just scared I would fall flat on my face in a sack trying to race.
Well, that's a good place.
Okay.
Good place to fall.
That's right.
But I want to go back to that video. What was so great when that Dexter Allen said those things about you, and he was able to stand next to you to get that award and got the Grammy for engineering and things, and he just killed it at Chicago Blues Festival.
Oh, okay.
Talk about the friendship that you two have and the trust you two have.
He was a guitar player to play with me for many, many years. He knows me in and out. And when COVID hit, he had his... What? Yeah.
Oh,
somebody joined.
That was the backdoor man.
That's okay. That was backdoor man. Slipping in again.
Backdoor man.
Live radio.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Rush.
But it just was a part of. Dexter was just a part of my life. Then when he got his studio, and he was great doing it. Mm-hmm. But then when the COVID hit, he put a lot of his time and effort into the studio. Then he got much better as an engineer.
Yeah.
And that's like, he just put time into it.
Yes, sir.
Now he's one of the greatest.
That's
yes,
right.
indeed.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
I love
and
you,
he
Kamel.
killed it.
You are the best, Kamel. You know that?
Why?
You're the best. Here's what else is happening around your neck of the woods. The Vicksburg Juneteenth Heritage Festival Committee presents the 2024 Juneteenth Heritage Festival at Halls Ferry Park in Vicksburg, Mississippi, tomorrow 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. So make sure you all get out to that. Listen, we're going to go into a quick break. We've got to, because we got to come back. We've got James Super Chikan Johnson. He is in the Zoom with us right now.
That's my man.
We'll be talking about his life in the blues, film screenings, and performances. You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio.
Music strikes like lightning at the juke joint Saturday night. They play songs by Little Milton, B.B. King, and Bobby Bland, Jimmy Reed and Muddy Water, the Hoochie Coochie Man. Come on down to the crossroads, you know it's gonna be alright. Well, the music strikes like lightning at the juke joint Saturday night. Meet a full-grown woman, take time out from her man, get down with somebody's husband.
Deep South Dining is the show all about the culture of Southern flavor, from fried chicken and collard greens to shrimp and grits and a glass of sweet tea. Subscribe now to the podcast using any podcast app or download our MPB Public Media app.
Is Friday your favorite day of the work week? We're pretty proud of our Friday MPB local shows. Southern Remedy for Women is for women and the people who love them. Coming up next after Next Stop, Mississippi. Listen live online, over the air, or on your smart speaker to MPB Think Radio. MPBOnline.org/radio is the web address. Our app is the MPB Public Media app.
Are you working on a home, garden, or automotive project? Tune in to MPB Think Radio on Saturdays for encores of our do-it-yourself shows. Hear Pam and Jeff's home improvement tips and tricks on Fix It 101 at 9 a.m. Get gardening advice from Felder Rushing on Gestalt Gardener at 10 a.m. And jumpstart your automotive maintenance with Coach Charlie Melton on AutoCorrect at 11 a.m. That's Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon on MPB Think Radio.
Is Friday your favorite day of the work week? We're pretty proud of our Friday MPB local shows. Southern Remedy for Women is for women and the people who love them. Coming up next after Next Stop, Mississippi. Listen live online, over the air, or on your smart speaker to MPB Think Radio. MPBOnline.org/radio is the web address. Our app is the MPB Public Media app.
I'm Peter O'Dowd. There is a pocket of grassland in Kansas that still looks like it did hundreds of years ago when bison roamed freely across the land.
A lot of the early written accounts talk about this ocean of grass. Like the only metaphor that compared was the ocean and those endless waves.
A visit to the Tall Grass Prairie National Preserve next time on Here and Now.
Today at noon on MPB Think Radio.
This is MPB Think Radio, Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
I ain't studying you. I tell you, I ain't studying you. Somebody had the nerve to tell me the other night, somebody Ray said, you have 4 kids, but one of them don't look like you. Let me tell you something about that now. It ain't but the one thing, y'all, that make me so happy. I have 4 kids, but 3 of them mine, but the other one still call me Pappy.
Hey, I ain't studying you. I ain't studying. You know what?
I'm studying you.
I know that's right.
I'm studying you too.
I gotta tell y'all, when I was watching that Dolomite Is My Name movie with Eddie Murphy, just watching the movie, trying to, just watching the movie.
Right.
And then the scene comes on where Bobby Rush, he slides into the camera with the I ain't studying you. I said, wait a minute. Where's it? That was the highlight of the entire movie for me.
Wow.
It was a shocking awe moment, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, listen, you've got to play all of your songs on the way out. Can you play Shake It for me?
I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
I gotta hear Shake It for me.
Oh, that's Shake It for you.
That's I I want to say what I want to say, but I say it later.
I know. See, yes, but I was talking about Eddie Murphy. I wanted to meet Eddie Murphy so bad. I had saw him a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
I had told my manager, so when Eddie Murphy I was just shooting this movie, my part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
When Eddie Murphy get here, please let me meet him before he leave. 2 hours later, he walks in and stopped the whole staff.
Right.
I didn't know Eddie was producing it, really. It was his money. I didn't know that then. He stopped it and came up and hugged me.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see wasn't written. They put that in the movie.
Mm.
Wow.
That he just come up and hugged me. They stopped and they took it. That's what they used in the movie.
They took it. Come on now.
Cause he had my records he knew more about me than I know about myself.
That's awesome.
I didn't know he knew about me.
That's awesome. Speaking of somebody who knows about you, he is not on the line, but we have the filmmakers in. James Super Chikan Johnson's A Life in the Blues film screening and performances. They are happening through this entire month at various locations around Mississippi. And in with us, I have the filmmaker, Mark Rankin. Mark, welcome to Next Stop Mississippi.
Hi, guys. Nice to see you. I'm here with my my partner, co-director, Brian Wilson, as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us all, we've got a few more minutes left. Tell us all about A Life in the Blues film, the screenings and the performances.
Yeah, no, for sure. We started the film just a couple of years ago, and it's a documentary on James Super Chikan Johnson. We're just in Indianola. We screened it last night at Club Ebony, and we got about another 5 dates. We're in Oxford tonight at the Burns Belfry Museum, and then we're in Jackson, in your neck of the woods, at the two museums on Sunday. And we're also going to be joining Super Chikan at Helen Mel's on the Monday night as well. And then we're in Vicksburg. Yeah, we're all over the place.
That is awesome. What made y'all want to do this, A Life in the Blues film on Super Chikan?
Well, we first kind of came across the idea back in 2018. Mark is a blues musician as well. He's a guitarist, and he learned a bit more about Super Chikan. And so Mark and a friend brought him up to Vancouver to do a show, and we thought, what a great story. He's such a good guitar player. He's an amazing guy. He's super interesting. So we decided to take on the project of trying to do a documentary about him. And here we are 5 years later.
Yeah.
And we're all done, and it's here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So glad that you guys are doing that, because Super Chikan is such a colorful individual. His stories, in a liken to Mr. Rush, they are both historians as it relates to blues. I mean, Mr. Rush and Super Chikan, they can tell you stories about what people marvel about and don't have correct when they're saying it, because they were there. And the genius he has in building those guitars and the way he has his band set up with an all-woman band, he is truly an iconic individual.
He is a wonderful person. He's a good entertainer, good guitar player. He got a story to tell. You can't go wrong with the Super Chikan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
nice. And Bobby, I don't know if you remember, we actually interviewed you for the documentary last year.
I remember.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
You're great in the film.
Yeah, it was a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to be a part of what he was doing, because he mean that much to me as a friend, and he given up a lot of things to make some things happen as a blues man. So he want to keep the blues alive.
That's good stuff. Mark, tell everybody about the dates that are upcoming for this film screening.
Oh, for sure. So tonight, as I was saying, we're in Oxford at the Burns Belfry Museum. Saturday, we don't actually have any dates. On the Sunday, the two Mississippi museums in Jackson during the daytime. The Monday, just a Hal Mel's performance with Super Chikan. The Tuesday, we'll be at the Max in Meridian. And on the Wednesday, we'll be at the Strand in Vicksburg. Mm-hmm. And then the final date will be next Thursday, at Ground Zero in Clarksdale.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, y'all have a great lineup of places.
That is a great lineup of places. If people wanted to know more about the movie, where could they go?
Probably the easiest way is we have a small website, alifeinbluesthemovie.com, and there's a trailer there for the movie. There is a listing of the dates. And then as we do the tour, we'll be adding more information. And as the project progresses, we'll just keep adding to it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I thank you both for joining us and letting us know more about James Super Chikan Johnson's A Life in the Blues film screening and performances happening all month long. If you want a listing, go to that website, or you can visit mpbonline.org's SIP events page. And we are still in, Mark, I thank you both for joining us. We are still in, though, with Bobby Rush. Bobby, what is it you want to leave our listeners with today?
Yeah.
What you want to say to everybody?
I want the listener to know that one thing, that I love them and I appreciate everyone who have been by my side from word go. Mm-hmm. I've been a little quick run on me. I left my hometown in 1947, went to Pine Bluff, Arkansas with my father, who was a preacher. 1951, I moved to Chicago, and I lived there for many, many years. Now I'm in Mississippi, chasing my music and hoping that you're enjoying what I'm doing. My plan is now to do everything I can and all I can, why I can. When it comes a time I can't, that I won't regret what I did not do.
Yeah. I love that. I just love you.
I just love you back.
Yes,
I know.
indeed.
It's like fam, like we're just family.
Well, it is. And when you call me to do this out the blue, I want people to know that this was nothing that I planned. It's the love of you, loving what I do. And
that's right.
To give me an opportunity to come and do this.
That's right. So you've got your pre-4th of July bash coming up.
Yes.
How excited are you?
I'm excited. And after that, I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, and of course I'm going to work.
Okay. Out in Hawaii.
Out in Hawaii. I'm coming back, and I'm flying back into Boston, New York area for a few days, and then I go right back to Europe and London and Paris and
jet setter.
God.
I love to hear him. I
He
love to
be
hear
all over the
I love to hear
world.
him drop his travel pens. I love to hear him drop
And
that.
still drives his own Sprinter van a lot of times.
Yes.
Do you what you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm into Huntsville, Alabama. Next day, I'm in Birmingham.
Okay.
Next day, I'm going to come home for a couple of days, then get ready to go to Macomb, Mississippi, the following Saturday.
That's it, June 29th.
June 29th.
7 p.m. That's at 520 South Railroad Boulevard in Macomb.
In Macomb, Mississippi. So all your Macomb people, come out to see me.
Right. Yeah. It's your pre-4th of July bash. Well, we've come to the end of another great trip. We want to thank you for riding shotgun, and today's guest, the one and only Bobby Rush, and our filmmakers from James Super Chikan's film screening and performances. To submit an event or find out more, visit mpbonline.org. I'm Jermaine Flood for Java Chapman and Kamel King with Visit Mississippi. Stay tuned for Southern Remedy for Women, and join us next Friday at 10 a.m. for another great trip here on Next Stop, Mississippi.
Shake it, baby. Shake it one time for me. I done found me a woman, shake like the leaf shaking on the tree. Well, you went away, baby, got back a little too late. Well, you went away, baby, but you got back a little too late. Well, I done found me another woman, shake like jelly on the plate.
This forecast is underwritten by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi and the MyBlue mobile app